Crusader Kings 3 is full of legends, rulers who have shaped history, for better or for worse. Today, we're continuing our brand new series, where I play as 5 of those rulers, each representing a different lifestyle. And third up, we have Duke Vratislav of Bohemia. He's got the stewardship to manage his realm, the riches to buy a kingdom, and the connections to claim the mightiest throne in the West without a single war. In this video, I will show you how to use the true power of stewardship to quickly rise through the ranks with the power of the purse, not the blade. Let's get started. And Duke Vratislav is an amazing character when it comes to playing stewardship. Not only does he have the Midas touch education, he also has some wonderful traits, like just, that increases my stewardship and the opinion of my vassals, as well as diligent, increasing not just my stewardship, but also unlocks a decision to develop my capital. And we're well into unlocking large parts of the stewardship lifestyle tree. Avaricious is all about making gold. Architect is all about building buildings and increasing your development. And Administrator is literally useless if it wasn't for one perk, meritocracy. This lets us claim the throne of our liege, and it's immensely powerful to climb up in the ranks. We're gonna be using this a little bit later, but for now we will go into wealth focus, because that extra 10% income is gonna go a long way. But right away, there's some problems. You see, Duke Vratislav comes from the Premislid family, and I'm saying that absolutely correct. Every Czech person in the comments will approve of this. And this dynasty have been ruling over the Duchy of Bohemia since the very start. I mean, you can literally follow the title all the way down to the legendary Duke Vratislav, the Plowman, named so because he laid down some serious pipe. Now our goal is gonna be quite simple. Not only will I show you how great stewardship is, I'm also going to get an achievement, royal dignity. Starting as Vratislav Premislid, lead your dynasty to rule the Kingdom of Bohemia and the Holy Roman Empire. Now this sounds like it's really difficult, but with the help of stewardship, it's actually really easy. But first, we have to deal with some family matters. We do have brothers, and one of those is Jaromir, my rival. This man will not hesitate to kill me, as he is arbitrary, lazy, and shy. Honestly, a pretty garbage son. This man opposes my authority at every turn, and worse than that, he's supposed to be my Prince Bishop. I could replace him with John, an absolute Czech shaddish monk that is great at learning, is zealous, and also my friend. I could oust my brother, which would make him even more angry at me. And worse than that, it would draw the ire of the Pope, who currently has no problems with me. But instead, I'm gonna do what stewardship is absolutely great at, and that's throwing money at problems, so I reduce the risk of being murdered, and we stop being rivals. Very good. And with those family matters dealt with, it is time to continue your plan to not just become the King of Bohemia, but also take the title of the Kaiser. I'm sorry buddy, but it's like stealing land from a 16-year-old. Now becoming a king would be really beneficial, and luckily for us, we actually own all of the land we need to form the Kingdom of Bohemia. All we will need is a little bit more gold, and to hold 2 duchy titles. But sadly for us, we don't have any claims on other duchies. And that's where the Pope comes in. By not drawing the ire of the Pope by replacing my brother that's a really bad priest, but still chosen by the Pope, he is more willing to support us. So we'll start swaying the man, and we'll start voting in the election for the heir of the Holy Roman Empire. But of course, he has no idea of my plans to conquer his empire, and he wants to make me the Marshal of the Holy Roman Empire. We're going to decline because the actual title I want is the Steward. Now 2 of those duchies that I could gain is Meissen and Lausitz, 2 fertile and prosperous lands just to the north of Bohemia. My liege Kaiser Heinrich has promised them to me in exchange for my loyalty. But my loyalty won't bring me a goddamn empire. I can either take his promise and get a press claim on both the Margravate of Meissen and Lausitz, or I can bask in the Kaiser's good graces, which is exactly what I aim to do, because this will give me a weak hook on Kaiser Heinrich. And that weak hook, well, let me tell you, you can do some pretty brutal things with it. For one, the current heir to the empire is Duke Gottfried the Bearded. Don't ask me how I got that name. Listen, don't ask how I got that name. And our current position in the election is 4th in line. But with our little hook, we can force the vote of Kaiser Heinrich himself. And with his vote strength of 3, and mine of 2. Well, let me tell you, I jumped from rank 4 to rank 1, thus making me the heir to the Holy Roman Empire. Now what we need is a really good spy master, like Osterhild, who just happens to be the best assassin in all of the land. We can arrange a marriage between her and Rashmund, and that means that she's gonna come to my court, and for literally no cost at all, I now have a spy mistress with 26 intrigue, a great asset to have when, well, let's face it, we're killing the Emperor. And I also just realized we rule Moravia, and that is more than enough to create a duchy, thus making it so that I have 2 duchies. And all we need is a little bit more gold, and we can form the Kingdom of Bohemia. And that gold is coming in real quick, because we control the Kutnahura mining settlement. And talking about gold, Kaiser Heinrich has realized that, this guy isn't a war man, this man is a man of coin. And he makes us the steward. That's great, because being the steward of a goddamn empire gives you some pretty nice rewards. In my case, +3 gold, +10 domain taxes, and a whole lot of stewardship lifestyle experience. Very good. A good way to get some extra gold is that we can sell trivial titles. Now don't worry, these are not titles like land, like a county or a duchy. It's just purely symbolic ones. But let's just say it costs a bit of prestige, and worse, potentially some bad outcomes. But it will gain us 500 gold, and that's pretty good. We can also extort our subjects. This is literally taking money from our vassals. And how fitting is it to steal money from my literal brother, the clergy? 500 gold from all of my priests. And this man gets a level of fame. Sure, man. Sure. Hey, would you look at that? I have a nice and solid 2,000 gold. There is more than plenty to form the Kingdom of Bohemia, making me its glorious king. That's me on the throne right there. Hey. Very good. Now all that needs to happen is for Kaiser Heinrich to fall off the stick, so to say. And how are we gonna accomplish that? Well, as you can see, we're not the most intrigue-based character. To be frankly, my intrigue is terrible. But what I lack in the skill of the blade, I have in the skill of the purse. Lots of money. And we did acquire Osterhild, who is now pregnant. Imagine being stabbed by a pregnant woman. So what we're going to do is to, well, start a murder plot. Now right away, we'll put Osterhild on support schemes. This will increase the success chance of my plot. Now people aren't exactly super happy about killing this man, but there are some tricks that we can use to make him less likable. And we will start by throwing out some big money. A bit of gold here. A bit more gold? Listen, whoever is up to kill the whole Roman Emperor, they're gonna become a very wealthy man. Now remember, you don't have to bribe them through this screen. You can in fact send gold like this, and that's gonna give a whole lot more approval, making it way easier to get them in with, for example, just a bit of prestige. Luckily for us, we are rich as a goddamn troll. The troll of Bohemia. And what a great king I will be, when I've already given out so much gold to my future vassals. Now, almost most importantly is the alibi. Without this, well, let's just say that your scheme is gonna get found out real quick. So this is the hardest one to get people to join. But what we can do is to find secrets in the capital here and get a better chancellor so that we can get more approval rating from our fellow vassals. Well, that ain't great exactly. The scheme has been discovered and he knows I'm trying to kill him. That makes the scheme a whole lot harder, but by no means impossible. For example, I now have some wonderful secrets on people. And secrets can be turned into blackmail, and blackmail that turns into hooks. And through some well-praised bribes, I've gotten an alibi, though a bit too late, I think. Oh well. No! The spy master is making it really hard to murder this man. But listen, money can buy literally anything, including a glorious trip to the Holy Land to convince the Pope. But my plot here is falling apart really quickly. Don't worry, there are other ways to push him off the throne. And with the pilgrimage completed, we should have more favor with the Pope. And with our endless coffers just piling in more and more gold. Because stewardship is that based, we can actually invite more people to this murderous death plot. Like this priest, my courtier, and even the goddamn Princess Princess Adler. That's your sister! Listen, you're gonna need a lot of family therapy for this, but let's have her kill him. I will send some gold to the Pope, really get them to like us, because we can actually request an excommunication on the dastardly bastard that is Kaiser Heinrich. And this would mean an alliance with none other than the King of France. Alright, King Philippe, That sounds like a great deal. And what's lovely about having such high stewardship is that we're just raking in gold constantly. Gold that we can use to, for example, seek indulgences with the Pope. Brother in Christ, I'm pre-ordering forgiveness. I haven't even committed the worst of my sins yet. Now this means that I have effectively purchased an excommunication from the Pope to the Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. And excommunication is a big bad deal, because all Catholics will start to hate him. I am most disturbed by the tales you tell of Kaiser Heinrich, and most approving of the way you make my purse so big and fat. And that's not a euphemism for something. Now, it should be significantly easier to find people that are willing to kill this man. Only one problem. We have 4 out of 5 breaches, and I'm not talking about pants. So we're going to end our scheme of killing this man, and instead move to claim his throne. Now, by using our children and my stewardship, I can easily secure a bunch of alliances with all of these glorious kings, like the French, the Scots, the Poles, and the Ruthenians. Now, a lot of these people aren't gonna be willing to join us. Hell, they might not even be willing to marry into our family. But if we simply send a gift of gold to them using our stewardship, then they're very much likely to join. I've effectively turned kingdoms into camps of mercenaries. A bit more bribing, a bit more gold, should be able to really bolster up this plot. Though we have stressed ourselves out by all of this murdering. After all, we are a just man. So we'll become a bit of a lunatic. We'll also switch over to duty, which lowers the enemy agent acceptance rate. We have a 51% chance of succeeding, so we're going to execute the scheme here and try to get a glorious claim. And a glorious claim we get. No one can stop us, for with the power of stewardship, we have gained rightful claim to his land. Now, right away, we can do a war to use claim the land, but what use is that? What I actually want is to create a claimant faction to put me on the throne, and by extorting our subjects for a little bit of gold. Now, we're going to take this gold and really gain some favor with people by hosting a great and glorious feast to get people on my side. I want as many vassals as possible to come here. We're gonna have so many jousts and feasts and all things that are needed to be done to get the approval of the realm and get the disapproval of that man. And just in case some bastard's trying to kill me for it, I'm gonna put some good old bodyguards and honestly just fill up my goddamn court. And we'll also increase the spending we have on our court. Now we're talking. My friends, drink and toast and cheer for me. We are here to fight with glee. And of course we toast to the high esteemed guest. To get him on our side, well, listen, we're basically trying to buy our way into making people like us. And if they like us enough, well, they'll join me here. And from the feast to a hunt. And a hunt is good because that's gonna have a lot of glory hound vassals come to join us. Now, glory hound vassals are basically vassals that focus purely on war. And that's good because we want them to fight for us to claim the kingdom, or rather the empire. The hunt might have failed, but the approval is still very much there. We've feasted, we've hunted. Now it's time for the grand tournament. And to get the best turnout of people coming over, we're going to go all out. Gold is temporary, glory is forever. Oh, it looks like my personal champion didn't do too well, as he was accidentally killed by Duke Antal. It happens, listen. A well-deserved win. I just want people to like me. We have arrived back home and let's see if all of that gold expenditure was even worth anyone joining us. No, it's still very much just me. All right, that's fine. But I know how we can, I know how we can get this empire conquered anyhow. Though it will require some extra funds. So the Pope is more than willing to give me some. Thank you. It worked! It worked! They've joined me! They don't want him to be a king anymore. All of these people, Magnus of Angria. Oh, here is my idea. If I were to, get the approval of some more of these lords by handing out some donations. You know, just a little donation here, you're welcome. I'm sure you need this money. It's good money. It's good little money here. Yes, please. Take it. It's just gold. Fair and square. Nothing, no hooks attached. No requirements other than you potentially abandon your lord and embrace me as your new king. Some well-placed stewardly donations. Oh, this is it, you bastard! To my beguiling vassal, you're under arrest for crimes against the crown. Listen, buddy, just because I haven't paid my goddamn taxes doesn't mean you can put me in jail. I refute your claims and press my demands. And war it is.
Without a single
And so the civil war begins. But we're not gonna fight this on our own. No. We're going to call in a whole bunch of allies. Like the Irish, the French, the Poles, and the Apulians. But my friends, it doesn't end there. Because who would I be as a capitalist trying to conquer land if I didn't take use of mercenaries? And so the Holy Roman Emperor will realize that he finds himself slightly outnumbered. I have 27,000 men to my name, and he has 6,000. Enjoy facing the full wrath of the capitalist society of Bohemia. Now while he does that, I'm gonna have my emotional support guy entertain me. Very funny. And to show how little I'm gonna fight this, I'm gonna have a little funeral here for my cousin. Oh no, my cousin died. Let's just have a little casual funeral. And soon, well, let you say that the Kaiser will be dead as well. Now fight, you goddamn demons! Oh, the Kaiser is trying to kill me. Brother in Christ, why would you do that? It's not like I'm trying to seize your realm or anything. And now with some extra funding from the Pope, because that's it, my cause is righteous. I can call in even more mercenaries. Off you go, gentlemen. Fight my wars for me. Would you look at that? That is the power of friendship and throwing money at the enemy's vassals so they fight for you and not him. And all I have to do is sit back, relax, and watch them beat up the Kaiser for me. And when this bog-headed man doesn't want to help, I'll simply throw gold at him. And he's more than willing to join in. Come here, Ruthenia. Everyone helps. It is by my mercy alone and my coffers that I will claim this empire. I literally have to sit back and relax. I mean, I might host a feast sometime. Should really consider expanding my portfolio with the... Should I buy Byzantine stocks? Or should I invest in Normandy here? Or is that Norway? Oh my god. I think there's a lot of money to be made here. You know what we need? We need Roberto Frangapoulos to come in here. He's a freelancer. He'll do great. Horror Sentinels? I will get them in too. We have enough cash to do this. The Band of Umbrage? More like the Band of Hierage. You're in. I'm buying myself allies. I love it. And I think we're the first person to ever fully unlock the administrator tree. That has to be a record or something. No one would ever get to this. This is completely useless. But what's not useless is just having your armies automatically conquer for you. Look at this. I've barely lifted a finger. And just like that, we have become the glorious Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. And with that, we have gotten the achievement, Royal Dignity. Long live the Emperor. It's me. Hey, call me IKEA because I just got some new furniture. Like the spear of destiny. Alright. The spear that pierced Jesus' side? Absolutely, my friend. Thank you everyone that helped. I truly could not have done this without you. Ah, yes, the mercenaries. With the war over, it's time to pay them. Or is it? Yes, always pay your mercenaries. That is not real. The Pope can always bail you out. Thank you very much. Now, quite expectedly, we have a bit of a revolt against us, but that's no problem. Once again, mercenaries will deal with this problem. Mercenaries and a whole lot of allies. I said mercenaries? What happened to all my gold? Why is my realm crumbling? Well, it seems that money can't actually buy you everything, as Emperor Vratislav could not buy his way out of death. And his son could certainly not buy his way out of the rebellion that claimed, frankly disgusting amount of land. Oh god, visual design is my passion, Holy Roman Empire text. Well, let's just say that we have a bit of a splotch here, Transurania, and the Franconians. Not Franconia, but the Franconians. Listen, this is all fine and dandy, but I can simply call them back in, like the dogs they are. Welcome back, friends! So in a very roundabout way, we are still the glorious Holy Roman Emperor, with the help of stewardship. But I should say that stewardship's actual benefit isn't to conquer lands. The true value of stewardship is by playing tall. You see, Architect has some wonderful bonuses, like centralization that develops your capital at breakneck speeds, and professional workforce that lets you build new buildings super fast, as well as divided attention that lets you control more land and gain more gold. But playing tall takes more than just one video. So if you want to see me utilize the stewardship lifestyle to its full potential with the help of going tall, you can check out this video right here, or this one right there, One is me playing Bohemians and taking them all the way to the moon, and that one is me playing as Sardinia. Pick one and I'll see you in that one, okay? Okay, bye bye!